Hello, good evening, Halftime TV family. Welcome to another episode, and we will be doing the preview for day 3 of track and field action. We're yet to see the 200 meters. We're still anticipating the 100 meters for men, and we will be providing a quick overview of what is to come in both of those. Action starts really early tomorrow morning, and Halftime TV will be live to cover that for you, the viewers and subscribers. All right, if you're new to the channel, remember the comment section is always active. It's always welcoming as well. And for the next 30 or 45 minutes or so, we will be covering all the action. We will be keeping you up to date, and we will be ensuring that you enjoy the experience as well. Okay, so big shout out everyone. If you're just joining, remember this is Halftime TV, where we bring you the most objective sporting opinions anywhere. So I guarantee you can't get better coverage anywhere. Big shout out to the sponsors again, Quick Link Shipping, telephone number 454-1979. You can see it at the bottom of your screen right there. We have so much to talk about, so much to talk about, but we didn't want to bombard this live stream with the drama that transpired with Shelley and Fraser Price and Shakara Richardson. So we dedicated a video specifically for that. So you can go ahead and you can check that out. And you can share your thoughts as well as the conversation is ongoing as we speak. So that conversation, it's still ongoing, and I'm participating actively in it. For those in Canada who are celebrating Caravana this weekend, stay safe, Halftime TV viewers and subscribers. I know you're out having fun, but please stay safe. We know how the streets are. There's also the Veld Festival. Those who are taking part in that festival, also, again, stay safe. So much to do this weekend, but we're here talking about the Olympics while there are others out enjoying themselves and partying. This is where our enjoyment lies, and we're happy to share the space with so many avid Halftime TV fans who have been supporting the channel for the last couple months. For some it's a couple of years. They've been with us since the first Olympics that we did a couple of years ago, and we did the World Championship. I think we did a couple World Championships since. So we appreciate the company, folks. We appreciate the love and the support that you are constantly showering down on the channel. All right, so much respect, enough respect. And as I mentioned, we have a lot to talk about. So let's get this live stream up and going as per usual. Get the video to 100 likes, and then we will continue our conversation. Smash the like button as soon as you hop on, and don't worry, we will be sharing the screen because we want you guys to see what the semifinals are like. We'll also be getting the poll ready as well. All right, so again, keep those comments coming in. We're 5 minutes in, and we're already up to 100 folks on the live stream, as we will be discussing the 200 meters. We'll be discussing the 100 meters for men, both the semifinal and the final that take place tomorrow. What else do we have tomorrow? Let me see, because it's an interesting schedule of events for tomorrow. As I said, the obvious choices for those who aren't necessarily planning on watching everything, obvious choices, 100 meter for men, and then we have the 200 meters for women. So action for us starts tomorrow morning at 4:55, and that's 4:55 Canadian time. 4:55 Canadian time, we will have round 1. 4:55 Canadian time, we will have round 1. And I'll run through the starters, the heats. Interesting heats, folks. 1, 2. Let's see. Yeah, so we have quite a few. 5, 6. All right, so we have 6 heats for the 200 meters for women, and it starts at 4:55 tomorrow morning. So 4:55 tomorrow morning is when we begin our coverage for the 200 meters for women. I think we'll start a little bit earlier. If it starts at 4:55, let's give it 10 minutes. So 4:45 we will be here. Okay, let me put it out there right now. 4:45 tomorrow morning we will be here. So 4:45 tomorrow, Halftime TV will be up in living colors, covering the 200 meters. And this is the first round, 200 meters, first round for women. After the 200 meters, round 1, we have the men's long jump qualification. And remember, in the long jump, Jamaica also has a representative. We have Kerry McLeod in qualification A. In qualification B, we have Wayne Pinnock and Tajay Gale. So Wayne Pinnock and Tajay Gale in qualification B, and in group A, we have Kerry McLeod. All of this is happening very early tomorrow morning. Very early tomorrow morning, folks. All of this is happening. For the 110-meter hurdles, round 1, and this is for men, 5:50 is when the action starts. And I think you know who the starters are for Jamaica in that one. I think that will end the morning session, if I'm not wrong. Oh, we have the 400-meter hurdles as well for women at 6:35. I don't think I'll make it until 6:35, but let's see. Yeah, I think I can make it until 6:35. Let's go until 6:35 and then we take the break there. Okay, so 4:55 until 6:35. That's what we'll be doing tomorrow morning, and then we'll take a short break, and then we'll resume for the 100-meter semifinal for men. And the 100-meter semifinal for men is expected to start at 1. Let's see. Is it 1? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So 2:05, the 100-meter semifinal for men. So that's 1:05 Jamaica time. So 2:05, the semifinal for men. 1:05 Jamaica time. Big up Tia. She was brave enough to compete. Yeah, and we're gonna do a special video for Tia Clayton. So look out for that one. I may very well do it tomorrow, depending on what the schedule is like, because oh my, it's been such a busy past couple of hours. We're trying to do so much, but yet we have so little time, and it's only one. It's only one me. I wish I could have cloned myself. Then I could have had I could have had someone else doing the other things that I have that need to be done. But we're definitely gonna do a video for Tia Clayton, so look out for that one. We're gonna speak some good things because I think she's been immense, and she's been one of the bright lights for Jamaica, or one of the shining lights, shining stars for Jamaica at these Olympic Games. So shout out Tia Clayton, shout out Tina Clayton as well, and the entire Clayton family. They continue to make us proud. 1:05 p.m. Shirley Bogle p.m. So in the afternoon. So tomorrow afternoon is when the semifinal for men will be run. Again, folks, smash the like button as soon as you hop onto the live stream. Let's see where we're at right now. For those who haven't voted as yet, we have 51 votes in. Will Noah Lyles get his revenge on oblique Seville? We have 82% saying no. We have 18% saying yes. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Keep those votes coming in. We're curious to hear where your thoughts are at. Okay. All right. we continuing. Hold on. I'm gonna check. I'm checking how much likes we have on the video right now, because as I said, we need to get it to 100 likes real quick. Come on, people. Only 26 likes and we have almost 300 people on the live stream. So we'll take a pause there while you get the likes up on the video, and then afterwards we will proceed in putting the starters list as well as the times on your screen so you can prepare accordingly. Okay, so let's 270 folks on the live stream. We should have at least 100 likes on this video, and we will just put it on slide pause for now. We'll go in the comment section and see what's happening, and then we will come back and we will start sharing the screen. We'll start doing the run through. We will start doing the run through when the video gets to 100 likes. Okay, so Shirley Bogle, big up yourself. Journey with Colleen, big up as well. Deborah, big shout out to you. Calamatis, big up, big up. Welcome to Halftime TV. Garfield Leslie, welcome as well. So shout out to everyone in the comment section. Keep those likes coming. We're up to 50 now. Let's get it to 100. So we're halfway there. I think we can make it happen real quick, after which we'll just start showing you guys the names of those who will be lining up tomorrow morning in the 200 meters as well as the 100 meters semifinal, which will come in the afternoon. Remember, the morning session will be running from 4:50 or 4:45, I want to say, up until 6:30, and then we will take a break and we will resume in the afternoon for the semifinal and then the 100 meters final for men. We have some names that we expect to be in the 100 meter final, but we won't call it out as yet. We'll leave it until we're doing our preview for those races. So shout out again to everyone who is locked into Halftime TV. As we said before, let's get this video to 100 likes. We have 300 people on here. Shouldn't be too difficult. The more likes the videos have, the wider the reach, and as we love to say, minimum effort, maximum impact. Okay, we're not asking for much. We don't come on this channel and beg you to put money on the board or anything, or to donate towards anything. No. All right, if you enjoy the content, simply like the stream and turn the notification on as well. That means whenever we go live, you are notified, and that way you can stay updated on everything that's happening track and field action, especially what's happening in the Paris Olympic Games. Okay, so do you think Noah Lyles will win? Noah Lyles will win. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But for now, we're at 59 likes. Still 41 to go. And when we get to that, then we will go into all the details, because if you've been here before, you know how we go to work. We provide you with comprehensive analysis of everything that is to come. And we'll do a quick recap of today as well. I think we can do a recap of today. We got a silver medal in the triple jump. Shanika Ricketts secured silver in the triple jump, which was quite impressive. We also secured bronze in the shot put, which again is a historic achievement. So we'll be talking about that as well. I think we can talk about it. I think we should at least give these athletes some credit on the show here, because usually we're fixed on the track, don't really pay much attention on what happens in the field and or field athletes. They have been the ones, well, the only ones really who've gotten medals for Jamaica at these Olympic Games so far. So shout out to the field athletes, as Jamaica is yet to secure a medal on the track. Fair? All right, big up everybody, big up. We're up to 72 now, so 28 to go. 28 to go. 28 to go before we hit that 100 likes mark, and then we will continue our coverage. True field events came through. Yes, definitely the field events. The field events is are the ones keeping Jamaica afloat right now. You know, the 100 meters is where our bread and butter usually lies, especially for women who have been carrying the mantle for Jamaican sprints over the last couple of years. And for the first time in oh so long, we saw a 100 meter final for women that didn't have a Jamaican finishing in the medal places. So I think the field events, the athletes in the field, they've been doing well, and it's always good to see. I hope they know that we're supporting them 100%, and we will get to that as well, because I think there was an interesting revelation from the young man who secured bronze, and we will speak about it. Well, interesting revelation about the young man who secured bronze. So I won't say from, because he wasn't the one who made the revelation. So 80 likes on the live stream, 400 people watching. Come on, folks, only 20 away from 100 likes, and then we will jump into everything that we have planned to discuss this evening. All right, so big day for track and field action tomorrow. I hope Raj gets sponsorship after that performance. Judith Williamson, we will speak about it. Judith, we will be speaking about it for sure, because, as I mentioned, interesting revelation about his situation, and having been able to push through all of that to still come and secure a bronze medal at the Olympic Games. I think it is very impressive, and I hope the stakeholders, I hope the powers that be, I hope they're paying attention. I hope they're paying attention, because I know, and usually we would cuss out Jamaican football. I think Jamaican Football Federation is one of the most hated sporting institutions anywhere on the planet, or organizations, right? One of the most hated sporting organizations anywhere on the planet. And I think the J3A is quite rapidly, like very, very rapidly approaching the Jamaica Football Federation on that spectrum in public opinion. All right, so the J3A, you need to do something, and they need to do something fast, because the Jamaican public, they're turning heads away from the Jamaica Football Federation, and you don't want them looking in your direction, especially because it's not something good. All right, so 7 likes away from 100. 7 likes away from 100. 7 more likes, folks. We have 400 and almost 50 folks on the live stream. I think it shouldn't be too difficult to get those 7 likes. Will Noah Lyles get his revenge on Seville? We have 24% saying yes. We have 76% saying no. So 24% thinks Noah Lyles will exact his revenge on Oblique Seville. And when we say the revenge, we're talking about what Oblique Seville did when they competed in Jamaica, basically looking over his shoulder at Noah Lyles as he crossed the finish line. So this is the perfect opportunity for Noah Lyles to exact his revenge. And I know that both of these athletes are expected to be in the finals as well. But now that we've gotten past 100, let's get down to business. We will be here for another 45 minutes or so, and I want to ensure that we cover as much as possible during that time frame, because there's so much to discuss, so much key matchups that we have to pay attention to as we move over into day number 3 of the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. All right, so day number 3, Paris 2024 Olympic Games, at least day number 3 of track and field action. All right, so straight over to it without further ado, I'll jump to the 200 meters for women, the first round, which will kick off at 4:55 tomorrow morning. If you're in Jamaica, that's 3:55. If you're in Jamaica, 3:55. So you should be in your bed already. As soon as Halftime TV finishes the stream, you should be pulling the sheet and going to bed. That way you wake up early, bright and early tomorrow morning to watch the 200-meter heats for women. All right, so 4:55, 200-meter heats for women. The starters, I'm going to put it up on your screen right now. So let me know if you can see. If you can see the screen, drop some flags in the comment section. Let us know where you're tuning in from. drop the flags. Let us know where you're tuning in from, because I know we have viewers and subscribers from all over the globe. I've never seen a sporting community so diverse as the Halftime TV sporting family. And it's always good to see you guys tuned in to the channel each time we go live. So drop some flags if you can see the screen. If you can see the screen, drop some flags. Drop some flags. Represent where you're tuning in from. I'm curious to know. I'm curious to know. Let's see those flags. Okay. Sounds like everyone can see the screen. Malachi, welcome back, Malachi. Canada. Journey with Kelly, Alejandro, Fleming. All right, I'm assuming everyone can see the screen. I'm not seeing any flags, but I'm assuming you guys can see the screen. All right, since we're not seeing any flags, drop some thumbs up or some fire emojis. That way I know you can see the screen, because I don't want to go over it as I usually say. We're going to go through it once, and then afterwards we'll speak about a couple other stuff, and then we'll leave it at that for tonight. So let me know if you can see the screen, folks. Let me know. I see one fire emoji there. I saw another fire emoji. Let us know if you can see the screen. We're seeing some US flags. We see some US flags, which is good. All right, give me a second. Can see. All right. All right, so I think everyone can see the screen. St. Lucia in the house. Congrats, Deborah. Congrats to the entire St. Lucia. Massive. Remember, we've assumed Julian Alfred. We've adopted her. She spent 3 years in Jamaica, and that's enough for her to be to be transformed into an official Jamaican. So Julian Alfred, she is 70% St. Lucian and 30% Jamaican. Those 3 years, we're taking that 30% as the 3 years. Okay, formative years. All right, so right, over to the 200 meters for women. The starters in heat number 1. And remember, we'll be having 6 heats in the 200 meters for women. In heat number 1, your starters are as follows. Leonie Pointet out of Switzerland. We have Olga Safronova, Kazakhstan. Julian Alfred, the reigning 100-meter Olympic champion. Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Julian Alfred, the reigning 100-meter Olympic champion. Folks, let me know if you like how that sounds. Let me know if you like how that sounds. Let me know if you like how that sounds. In lane number 4, we have Julian Alfred, the reigning 100-meter Olympic champion, hailing from 70% St. Lucia and 30% Jamaica. She's running out of lane number 4. We'll get another opportunity to see her again. So in lane number 5, we have Jemima Joseph representing France. Julia Henriksen out of Sweden runs out of lane number 6. We have Dorcas Bazola, Portugal, in lane number 7. Marie-Josée Talou, still not sure if she'll be fit enough to compete, because it appeared as if she had picked up an injury in the semifinal for the 100, well, in the final for the 100 meters for women. So yet to see if Talou will be competing. So question mark against lane number 8 there. And then in lane number 9, we have Tori Lewis representing Australia. All right, so in heat number one, as you can see, we have 8 starters. Not one, but 0.3 Jamaican in that one. And then we will move on to heat number 2. We have Cecilia Tamayo Garza out of Mexico. Mujinga Kambunji returning after that wonderful showing in the 100 meters. I know she didn't get on the podium, but for Mujinga Kambunji, again, approaching the end of her career, it's always good to see her being competitive to the end. We have Anahi Suarez representing Ecuador. Gabrielle Thomas, or Gab Thomas, one of the favorites coming into the 200 meters representing the United States. She runs out of lane number 5. We have Nisha Berger from Jamaica in lane number 6. Dalia Kadari representing Italy in lane number 7. And Jacqueline Madogo from Canada in lane number 8. So those are your starters for heat number 2 of the women's 200 meters. Fastest in this pack is Gab Thomas, and we expect her to be one of the favorites to win it. Heat number 3, we have Nora Lindahl out of Sweden, Helen Pariseau out of France, Sharika Jackson, 22.29 season's best, but by far the fastest in this field. In lane number 5, we have Daryl Nita representing Great Britain, Martina Kotwila representing Poland in lane number 6. We have Nicole Caicedo in lane number 7. Anna Bongiorni, representing Italy, runs out of lane number 8. And Tassa Gia representing the Netherlands in lane number 9. Heat number 4, round 1. We're still in round 1, folks. We have Jael Bestu representing Spain. Audrey Leduc coming back, reigning 100-meter national record holder for Canada, up doing the double at the Olympic Games, which is quite impressive. Aymara Nazareno representing Ecuador runs out of lane number 4. We have Mia Gross out of Australia, lane number 5. Christina Siminakaya out of Poland in lane number 6. Jessica Bai out of Cote d'Ivoire. Lane number 8, we have Lorraine Martins representing Brazil, and Mackenzie Long in lane number 9. So, favorite for this one, I think we should definitely be paying close attention to Audrey Leduc out of Canada. So, the Canadian, she's been quite impressive this season with 22.36, but also the American Mackenzie Long, because winning and actually getting a place on the American 200-meter team is not an easy feat. And we can see it there, season's best, 21.83 she's run. So we expect her to come up trumps in this one. So pay keen attention to Mackenzie Long and Audrey Leduc out of Canada. We have Jessica Bai as well out of Ivory Coast, who has been impressive this season with 22.53. So any one of those 3 folks, your guess is as good as mine. I'm going with Mackenzie Long for the win, and whichever way it ends up for the rest. Is Sharika still running? As of now, yes, we have Sharika lining up. Sharika will, okay. Anyway, continuing, we're down to heat number 5 now. We have Lane Tava Thomas representing Jamaica from lane number 2. Bianca Williams in lane number 3, Great Britain. Boglarka Takacs, Hungary, looking for the double as well. We have Olivia Fotopoulou out of Cyprus running out of lane number 5. In lane number 6, we have Shanti Pereira. In lane number 7, Brittany Brown representing the United States. In lane number 8, we have Poloniki Emmanuel Ludu representing Greece. And in lane number 9, we have Imke Vervet representing Belgium. So, Lane Tava Thomas, the Jamaican, I think naturally we're going to be rooting for her. But the favorite in this one is Brittany Brown out of the United States. We expect her to come out victorious. Lane Tava Thomas, hopefully she can produce something something excellent in this, the first of her Olympic runs. I expect her to be in the top 3 going into the next round. Okay, so heat number 6, Flavor of Feely, representing Nigeria. Number 2, we have Mabundu Kone out of Ivory Coast. Ida Karstoff from Denmark in lane number 4. Adeja Hodge, British Virgin Islands, in this her first Olympic Games. This is her first Olympic. And if we remember Adeja Hodge, she was a winner of the Austin Seeley Trophy a couple of years ago. Exceptional at the Commonwealth level. And what she did was she was at the Jamaica National Championship competing, and that's where she achieved the Olympic time as well. So Adeja Hodge, we will be rooting for you. We don't have a Jamaican in this race, so naturally the Jamaican fans will be rooting for Adeja Hodge, who hails from the British Virgin Islands. We know her also well because when she won the Austin Seeley Trophy, that Carifta Games was hosted in Jamaica. All right, so where are we now? Where are we? All right, so Adeja Hodge, lane number 5. In lane number 6, we have Carolina Azevedo out of Brazil. We have Gina Bass returning again. So we're seeing so many of these athletes doing the double, as is Dina Asher-Smith as well in lane number 8. And we have Yuting Li representing China in lane number 9. So in this one, and I think this one is one of the more competitive heats, Dina Asher-Smith, Gina Bass, and Adeja Hodge. But I think Flavor of Feely, naturally one of the fastest women lining up here, she will have something to say about that. It would be really good, though, to see Adeja Hodge making it through to the next round. I expect it to be between Dina Asher-Smith, Flavor of Feely, and Gina Bass. What says you, the viewers and subscribers? No, Dina is still her cousin. Dina is still her cousin. We still have Dina as our cousin. We still haven't rescinded her citizenship. So it's just one of those days. Not the best of days for Dina Asher-Smith, but nonetheless, another cousin stepped up and delivered gold. So we don't feel anyway. Alfred will medal in the 200 meters. It's her stronger event out of the two. Well, she's having an immense season. And what a story it would be if she were to secure the double at the Olympic Games. Don't rule it out. Don't rule it out. All right, so we're continuing. We just went through the 100 meters. Well, the 200 meters for women. We're gonna run down to the 110-meter hurdles, which will happen at 5:50 a.m. tomorrow morning. I don't think we'll be able to go through all of these, so I'll go to the ones where we have the Jamaicans lining up. So the first Jamaican will be running in heat number 2. Enzo Diesel out of Austria runs out at lane number 2. Freddie Crittenden out of the United States, lane number 3. We have David Yefremov out of Kazakhstan, lane number 4. Azir Martinez, lane number 5. Michael Obasuyi out of Belgium runs out to lane number 6. Orlando Bennett, lane number 7. Amine Bunani, Algeria, lane number 8, and Francois Mendy representing Senegal in lane number 9. Orlando Bennett, naturally, we're going to be rooting for him, but the favorite is Freddie Crittenden. So remember, folks, let me scroll back up here so you guys know who will be progressing to the next round. So the fastest 3 outside of the first 3 will progress through to the semifinal. So the first 3 automatic qualifiers, and then the next 3 fastest times across all the heats. So heat number 3, we have Daniel Roberts, the American one of the fastest, well, the fastest among these athletes this year with 12.96. And then we have Hansel Parchment, the Jamaican Olympic champion, with 13.19, the fastest he's gone this season. The others who are lined up in this one, we have Milan Trakovic out of Cyprus in lane 2, Rafael Pereira from Brazil in lane 4, Craig Thorne, Canadian, in lane number 5, Antoine Andrews representing the Bahamas in lane number 6. We have Zui Zhu out of China in lane number 7, and Christoph Kilian in lane number 9 represents Poland. So Hansel Parchment and Daniel Roberts, those are my top 2. And with the hurdles, very difficult to predict because it could go anyway. It's not necessarily who's the fastest, but it's who executes on the day. All right. As I said, we're just doing the heats. I have the Jamaicans because we don't have enough time to run through everything. And we're planning on getting to the semifinal for the men 100 meters as well. So heat number 5, we have Caleb Willis out of Australia, Vebo Kin out of China, Elmo Laka out of Finland, Shunya Takamaya out of Japan, Grant Holloway. I think this is an early preview of what is to come. Grant Holloway of the United States runs out of lane number 6. Jacob Aluya out of Kuwait in lane number 7. Rashid Broadbell out of Jamaica in lane number 8. And in lane number 9, we have Sasha Zoya representing France. So Broadbell and Grant Holloway, this race will be between those 2 athletes. Third place is really up for grabs, but it will be between those 2, no doubt. Let's check over in the comment section and see what's happening there. Gabby taking the 200 meters. Malachi saying Jackson 1, Gabby 2, Alfred 3 for the 200 meters. If Sharika Jackson runs, Alfred would medal. Yeah. So we're liking it. We're liking it. And now we will continue. And let's get to the 100 meters semifinal. That's a morning session, 100 meter hurdles. I think we have a 400 meter coming up as well. I think there's a 400 meter. I won't go through the 400 meters. You'll see me tomorrow morning as we will be doing the live stream. It will include the 400 meters. But we won't do a preview for the 400 meters right now because, as I said, I want to get to the 100 meter semifinal because I have so much to discuss. I don't want it to be a case where we spend so much time on one event and then we don't get to the main event. Make sense? All right. Nice. Now this is what I'm talking about. All right. So for those who don't know, the first 2 in each heat will progress through to the final and then the next 2 fastest times. So pay attention to those third place times. Tomorrow afternoon, pay attention to those third place times because it may very well be the determining factor how quick they run in the semifinal. That determines if they make it through to the final. Not necessarily them winning or coming second, but how fast they can run. So, semifinal number 1, we have Tajiri Ashe out of Nigeria. Rikoy Brathwaite out of the British Virgin Islands runs out of lane number 2. In lane number 3, we have Benjamin Azamati representing Ghana. Lane number 4, Noah Lyles next to the man who beat him in the race before this one, Louis Hinchcliffe. So Louis Hinchcliffe, he beat Noah Lyles in the first heat. And they're lined up again in the semifinal. Oblique Seville flanks Hinchcliffe in lane number 6. Emmanuel Eseme out of Cameroon in lane number 7. In lane number 8, we have Chituru Ali representing Italy. And in lane number 9, we have Sean Maswangani representing South Africa. So as you can see, as far as personal bests go, there's only one athlete who hasn't dipped below 10 seconds, and that's Recoy Brathwaite. All the other athletes have gone below 10 seconds. And this year, we have 3 who haven't dipped below 10 seconds as yet. I think looking at this pack of athletes, that's motivation enough for them to go faster than they've gone so far this season. So my favorites, my top 3 to come out of this one, oblique Seville, Noah Lyles, and third place. I'm going to third place. Anyway, we're going to leave third up for grabs. I think it's straightforward. Noah Lyles, oblique Seville, round number 2. I think oblique Seville will win it. Noah Lyles will be second. So, round number 2, remember, oblique Seville landed the first punch. This is Noah Lyles' opportunity to get one back on oblique Seville before the final. I think oblique Seville will land a second punch on Noah Lyles. So that's semifinal number 1. Remember, 1 and 2 progress automatically, and then the next 2 fastest times. In semifinal number 2, we have Ronaldo Espinosa out of Cuba, Emmanuel Matadi out of Liberia, Akeem Blake representing Jamaica runs out of lane 3. Lane number 4, we have Letsile Tobago and Akeem Blake. This is going to be a difficult semifinal for you. I know you've been fast before, but you need to go super fast in this particular semifinal if you are to get to the final. So in lane number 4, Letsile Tobago out of Botswana, Akani Simbine out of South Africa runs out to lane number 5. We have Kayinsola Ajayi out of Nigeria in lane number 6. Lane number 7, Kung Fu Kenny Bednarek in lane number 7 representing the United States. Lane number 8, Lamont Jacobs, so Marcel Lamont Jacobs, reigning 100-meter Olympic champion. We have Joshua Hartman in lane number 7. I don't know. He's like so far away, so far back. Marcel Lamont Jacobs, is he the reigning 100-meter champion? Yeah, I think so. So Marcel Lamont Jacobs running out of lane number 8, representing Italy, the reigning 100-meter champion for the Olympics. Joshua Hartman, Hinchcliffe was at the outside lane, so now I couldn't see him. Now I can gauge him better since he is next to line. All right. Joshua Hartman, lane number 9. So who progresses from this semifinal? And I think this is a tougher semifinal to call. I'm going to go with Letsile Tobago and Kenneth Bednarek, 1 and 2. So Kenneth Bednarek and Letsile Tobago, Akani Simbine as well. All right, let me go over that. Akani Simbine, Letsile Tobago, and Kenneth Bednarek in no particular order. So that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, Tobago, Simbine, and Bednarek. So I don't know who will qualify as one of the fastest third place, but those 3 athletes will be in the top 3. And it's one of the more difficult semi-finals. As a matter of fact, I take that back. Anyway, semi-final number 3, Puripol Bunsoon out of Thailand runs out the lane number 1. Andre de Grasse, his last Olympics, runs out the lane number 2, representing Canada. Zarnell Hughes, lane number 3. Kishane Thompson, the world's fastest man this year, runs out the lane number 4, representing Jamaica. We have Sani Brown right next to Kishane, running out of lane number 5. Ferdinand Omanyala, the African champion, fastest man on the continent, he runs out the lane number 6. Fred Curley, lane number 7. Benjamin Richardson, also very quick this season, he runs out the lane number 9. And in lane number 8, we have Abdul Rashid Samino representing Ghana. I think Kishane Thompson wins this one. Second place, I'm going to go with... Second place, I'm going to go with... Ferdinand Omanyala, I'm going to go for second place. So Kishane Thompson for first. Kishane Thompson for first. Ferdinand Omanyala for second. Okay? So let's hear what your predictions are. Kishane Thompson for first. Omanyala for second. That's my prediction for semifinal number 3. So interesting times ahead. 2 of the 3 semifinals very difficult to call because the athletes have been superb, not only this season, but throughout their careers. And they've shown in the past that they can be extremely quick on any given day. For example, this semifinal number 3 that we just spoke about, we have Fred Curley, we have Kishane Thompson, we have Ferdinand Omanyala, all of whom have gone below 9.9 seconds. If you look on the middle column there, you'll see that this season Kishane Thompson has been the fastest, but regardless of that, Ferdinand Omanyala still registered 9.79, which is not too far from 9.77. Fred Curley 9.88. So that will say that those 3 have been immense, but also in lane number 9, Benjamin Richardson out of South Africa has been exceptional this season with 9.86, a personal and a season's best. So don't you write off Benjamin Richardson because he can very well deliver on the big stage as well. Okay, so Americans have lane selection because they were the world champions coming to Paris. Okay, this will be a crazy semi-final. All the lane draws this Olympic favor. Okay, so I guess Willie Scott was providing some clarity on that. So I'm going to turn it over to you, the viewers and subscribers. Now, what are your thoughts? What are your predictions for the 3 semifinals that we went through? Also, if you haven't voted as yet, go ahead and get your vote in right now. The question for this evening, will Noah Lyles get his revenge on Seville? We have 28% of our viewers saying yes, 28% of our viewers saying yes, and 72% of the viewers saying no. So 28 saying yes, 28, 72 yes, no ratio. Again, I hope everyone can see my screen. As we will have the first 2 will progress automatically, and then the next 2 fastest times will join those qualifiers in the final of the 100 meters for men. We haven't been as excited for a 100-meter final in recent years, and I must say this one promises to be fireworks. It promises to provide or to produce some head-spinning times. Kishane Thompson, he was warned about that roar in the first round. Let's see what he comes out with in the semi-final round. Ferdinand Omanyala, he got the business done in his first round race, powering straight through the finish line as he oftentimes does. Fred Curley getting the business done as well. Sonny Brown, as I said before, he's always there or thereabout. Ever since he broke onto the scene a couple of years ago, he hasn't shied away from competition, and he's always been a stellar competitor. In semi-final number 2, Letsila Tobogo, the youngster, and I've said this on numerous platforms, reminds me so much of Usain Bolt. He's able to compete in both the 100 meters and the 200 meters. And by competing, I mean not just showing up, but actually competing, actually getting on the podium in these events. And I expect big things from him. Still only 21 years of age, so his future very much ahead of him. But next to him, Akani Simbine, out of South Africa. What a season he's been having, just going about his business quietly and getting the job done. Akani Simbine, season's best 9.86, personal best 9.84. So he's having one of those seasons where you're saying, whoa, can he go faster? I think he can. Will this be the race? Maybe he's saving it for the final. But Akani Simbine, definitely a top contender in this semi-final number 2. Kenneth Bednarek, or Kung Fu Kenny, as folks call him, he's registered his season's best and personal best in the same he's registered 9.87 as his season's best, which happens to be his personal best as well. Marcel Lamont Jacobs, Olympic champion. A lot of people saying that was a fluke. Will he get the opportunity to do it again? I don't think so. I don't even think he'll make it through to the final. But that was the case last time around. A lot of people didn't have him get into the final, and he got to the final. Not only got to the finals, but he also upset the pack. So Marcel Lamont Jacobs, I think the mere fact that he is the only athlete among these athletes who have won 100-meter Olympic gold, we should take him serious. Okay. No, Zimbabwe needs to put on some more muscles. Doesn't matter if he loses to Lyles, but the final is what matters. True. So we will see. Yeah. All right. So that's it for semifinal number 2. And now backtracking a little bit to semifinal number 1. Noah Lyles, Louis Hinchcliffe, and Oblique Seville. Louis Hinchcliffe beat Noah Lyles in the first round. Oblique Seville beat Noah Lyles a couple of weeks ago in Jamaica, and he beat him in style as well, looking over on him as he crossed the finish line. So the last 2 men to beat Noah Lyles will be lining up next to him as one of our viewers. Let's see who said that a little bit earlier. Yeah, one of our viewers mentioned it a little bit earlier. Yes, Willie Scott mentioned it. So the last 2 to beat Noah Lyles, they're the ones who will be lining up next to him. So the perfect opportunity, the perfect motivation for Noah Lyles to come out and give a big performance in the semifinal. He gave a very confident interview after the first round. So let's see what he will have in store for the next round. But I'm going to turn it over to you, the viewers and subscribers now. I think I've done enough talking, and we will be back here tomorrow morning bright and early to continue the coverage of the 2024 Olympics. So we're going to turn it over to you to hear what your thoughts are. Who do you have coming in first? Who do you have coming in second? Not only the semifinals for men, but also the 200 meters for women, which we covered a little bit earlier. Don't make the finals. All right, Malachi is saying Noah Lyles. Don't be surprised if Noah Lyles doesn't make the finals. I think let me just backtrack a little bit. Let's see if I can get back to the morning events, because I know some folks join us a little bit later. So 4:55 tomorrow morning, the 200 meters for women will start. In heat number 1, we have Marie-Josée Toulouse lining up. We also have Jamimi Joseph, Julian Alfred, the reigning 100-meter Olympic champion, will be in that heat as well. In heat number 2, we have Nisha Berger. We also have Gabby Thomas and Mujinga Kambunji, who represents Switzerland. In heat number 3, we have Sharika Jackson, Daryl Nita. They will be the favorites to come in first and second. In heat number 4, who do we have? Mackenzie Long, representing the United States, a Canadian national record holder, Audrey Leduc, and we have Jessica Bai out of Ivory Coast. Those names are expected to power through the finish line in no particular order. Continuing, we have Lani Taba Thomas running in heat number 5, Brittany Brown out of the United States as well. Those are the 2 that I'm putting down to finish first and second, again in no particular order. Dina Asher-Smith, she runs in heat number 6. She's lined up next to Gina Bass. We also have Ida Karstoff out of Denmark, but Adeja Hodge is the Caribbean sweetheart, still very young. I think, yeah, she's still very young, teenager. She competed in the Carifta Games, and she was the Austin Seeley Trophy winner a couple of years ago. So Adeja Hodge, at 16 years of age, won the Austin Seeley Trophy a couple of years ago, and she's competing here at her first Olympics. We expect big things from her. So Gina Bass, Dina Asher-Smith, those are the names that you're familiar with, but pay attention to Adeja Hodge, the youngster representing the British Virgin Islands. Okay. I'll pull up today, no wonder. These people believe it or not. Shit. All right, so we'll leave it at that for this evening, folks. So remember, like, share, subscribe, leave your thoughts in the comment section. We have Noah Lyles versus Seville, one of the main events for tomorrow, and we will be paying keen attention. We will be seeing Shericka Jackson for the first time, fingers crossed, in the 200 meters. Marie-Josée Talou returning for the 200 meters if fit. Remember, she pulled up in the 100-meter final. She finished with, 13 point something. So she seemed as if to have picked up an injury. We have Julian Alfred, the reigning 100-meter Olympic champion, coming back for the 200 meters. Will she be able to secure a double? That question is up in the air. But based on the form that we've seen her in this season, she looks immense. And we hope she can deliver big in the 200 meters as well. Shericka Jackson from Jamaica, she is the champ. She's the person that everyone wants to beat right now. Will she be able to secure that 200-meter title once more? We will see. Where's it gone? All right, so yeah, that's it. That's our coverage for this evening. I'll leave it at that for now. As I mentioned before, Halftime TV will return tomorrow morning at 4:50. Yeah, 4:50. I think 4:50 is a safe time to start. I think 4:50 is a good time to start since the first race kicks off at 4:55. And remember, in the first 200-meter tomorrow, you don't want to miss the first 200-meter because we have Julian Alfred, we have Marie-Josée Talou, we have Jemima Joseph, and those three can deliver wonderful performances on any given day. Let's go over to the comment section. Big shout out to everyone who's in the comment section. Willie Scott keeping the comment section active this evening. Malachi, as always. Tuffy Rudy, big up yourself. Jason Guna, big up as well. Nowadays, everybody in the comment section going home Mount Zion. Big up Philip Beckford. Thanks for joining us. Mikhail, thanks for tuning into Halftime TV this evening. Who else do we have? Judith Williamson. Big up yourself, Judith Williamson. Thanks for tuning in as well. And again, people, if I make a prediction on a race that I share my thoughts on, not because a Jamaican is in that race means I'm automatically going to say a Jamaican will be in the top 3, right? So you have to be logical. The same way I came out and I said I didn't think Sasha Lee Forbes would make it through to the final. That wasn't me being a hater or anything of that sort. That was me using the facts, assessing the field that she was lined up against, and saying, hey, based on Sasha Lee's abilities, I don't think she will be in the final, because when we compare her to the rest of the athletes, she falls short, and so said, so done. So it's one of those. When we come on here and we make assessment or we analyze sports, folks, we analyze sports not with emotions, but with facts, and we use those facts to form our opinions. Right? So regardless of what flag you choose, I know sometimes that level of patriotism, it kind of clouds your judgment, and even though an athlete hasn't been in the best of form, you automatically put her on the top of the podium. Don't do that. If an athlete hasn't been the greatest this season, you say it. You come out and you say it. This athlete hasn't been the greatest, and that's why I have her finishing X, or you have him finishing XRG. The semifinals will be running in the afternoon. I think we have 2:05 or something. I'm not even sure what time. We'll post it on the Halftime TV community page, but I think it's 2:05 tomorrow for the semifinal for the men. And this is 2:05 p.m. I would say, so in the afternoon. Let me pull it up real quick. So 4:55, the 200 meters will start tomorrow morning. 4:55. The 200 meters heats will start tomorrow morning, and that's for women. The 100 meter semifinal for men will start at 2:05 p.m. So 2:05 p.m. By that time, you should have already cooked your peas and looking to finish up the rice as well. So we'll leave it at that. Take care of yourself, Halftime TV family. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 4:50, where we will be providing coverage, or we'll be doing the morning session, which includes the 200 meter heats, 110 meter hurdles, and I think there's a 400 meter there as well. So stay put for that. We'll talk soon. Sleep well. Take care of yourself. In the light.